Hi, I'm Doug Johnson, CEO of CyberTrust IT Solutions. I'm here today with Sophia Jaber, and we're going to be talking about managed IT solutions in Newport Beach. Newport Beach is an interesting city. It's from a business standpoint, there are a lot of businesses that are in the financial services area, that are in the medical area, and there's a high concentration of legal. All three of these industry verticals have very specific cybersecurity compliance requirements around them. So it's very important for you when you're choosing an IT service provider to make sure that they understand your specific business vertical and the things that are required around it. For instance, protection of patient information under HIPAA if you're in medical, maintaining records for certain periods of time and disclosures that are required in legal, the requirements for FINRA around financial companies. So when you're working with an IT provider, it's not only about can they provide you with the specific technical services you're looking for, can they provide you with advice and guidance on the cybersecurity requirements that you are subject to.
That's a really good point. And it's really important to know that in Newport Beach being such a unique area, it has so much to offer on a business standpoint. But there are homes and there are towns that are, close by too. So when people are working remotely, the IT service provider would need to be able to be supportive and knowing the area and knowing exactly how they're going to be able to connect remotely if they live further east or inland, or if do they live north and, what kind of connections are in those areas so that they can have a stable connection to get to work, especially with financial and with law. It's really important to know those security protocols and know how to create those connections so that they don't have to have any of their information compromised during that process. So just having that knowledge in those industries is really important in a very unique area like Newport Beach, where there's a lot happening there. There are a lot of families and a lot of residentials that's surrounding it as well. So people are working from home and they're going into the office and they need both solutions available pretty much at all times. So it's a really great place.
Yeah, well, Newport Beach, is one of the most expensive areas in California, if not the country, and it's well known for that. From a standpoint of business services, businesses need the same services there as they need in Anaheim or they need in Irvine or other surrounding areas. And really, it's not a good idea to start with cost as one of the factors when you're dealing with an IT service company. It's really important to work with them to define what your needs are, what are your compliance needs, what are your support needs, are you people in the office, or are they remote, where are they located, what kind of applications you're running, how many things do you have in the cloud. It's incredibly important to understand the entire picture of what the business needs and then put together a package of services that meet those business needs, as opposed to shopping for the lowest priced or mid-priced IT provider. You could find yourself in a situation where you find somebody who, albeit technically competent, they don't understand the cybersecurity compliance requirements of your business.
That's really true. A very good point. And what we like to tell clients, and we always, love to give advice in this area, is to create a list of what your business needs, a checklist of must-haves. It's kind of like buying a home. Like, what are your must-haves and what are your not must-haves? But, when you're looking for an IT provider, when you're looking for that support, you're really looking for a stable solution that can create a foundation for your business and has the ability to grow and evolve with you. Because as a business scales up, it becomes more and more complex and convoluted to transition from one IT support provider to another. I mean, we're in the industry, we do it all the time. We take over, previous IT support, services from other people all the time because, we're able to scale up that way. And a lot of our clients, or the clients that we have been with us for 15 plus years, 20 years, because that scaling up has occurred and we've been able to grow with them and provide that support with them. So there was never a need to actually move to another provider. So we're really blessed and humbled by that. But we also know that just to be in the industry, it's really important to show that and to be that support system, that foundation, because that's the only way businesses now are going to thrive. They've evolved where they need a solid foundational technical support system and anchor to their business. And that's what CyberTrust has to offer. Yeah. So one of the things that we really excel in, and what I'm so proud of, is that the business that CyberTrust has created and what we've done for our clients is we've created a solution before it was grossly needed. With COVID occurring and with everything that has happened this past year, there have been a lot of businesses that have suffered because the IT provider service that they have didn't quite have it together when it came to remote service or offsite services. So with that, what we've been able to do is we provide a various amount of options. Some of our clients are able to work from home and access computers in the office through a secure connection. So they'll be able to do the work as if they're right there at their desk. And then there were some clients that just really said, you know what, this is actually working out really well and we don't need the building anymore. So we simply bring everything up to the cloud and have our employees work from home. And we've been able to provide that solution as well. So one of the projects and one of the clients that we have currently, a past project of ours, Doug handled to be able to push them into the cloud and have them completely get rid of a building. And now they've provided that solution, to have all their employees work remotely. And that just worked out beautifully. Could you speak a little bit more about that, Doug?
In that specific client, they had been with us for over 10 years, and they were a traditional brick and mortar type business. They had everybody in an office. No one worked remotely. Then COVID hit, and they quickly had to shift. So we helped them pivot and send everybody home so that they could log into their on-premise system in the office and continue to work. And that worked so well for them that the next step, they decided when their building lease came up for renewal to let the building go and be a complete virtual company. So to do that, they had a significant amount of legacy servers and applications and infrastructure that was required to run their business that now had to be moved from that on-premise location to the cloud. So we were able to, within 60 days, migrate all of those applications and all that equipment to Microsoft Azure and put them on a system where we could deliver those applications back to the client with a hosted desktop. So now the client has gone from traditionally brick and mortar with everything on-prem to 60 days later, they have everybody working remotely. And so that's just an example of some of the technologies that we can employ to help your business pivot and evolve and continue to do business in the climate that we're in these days.
I'm Sophia Jaber with CyberTrust IT Solutions. Thank you for joining Doug and myself as we spoke about IT services in Newport Beach. Please visit our website, cybertrust-it.com, and please feel free to reach out for us for a free IT assessment.